Hi Virgo, how are you doing? So this is going to be a reading from the 22nd to the 28th of November. We're going to be finding out some of the energies that are going on. This is just a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, that's totally fine. Some weeks it will resonate and some weeks it won't, and that's okay. Also check out your rising sign as well, because I find that's very accurate. So let's get some messages for Virgo. From the 22nd to the 28th, please. Ten of Wands in reverse. Got Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. Knave of Swords. Queen of Cups in reverse. Can I have one more, please? Two more, that's fine. Knight of Cups with the Hermit in reverse. Okay. And I'm going to pull an astrological dice, and this is going to be for the people that have these signs in their big three. It's a little bit more resonant. So if you've got a Virgo sun with a Taurus moon, for example, it's going to be more resonant to you guys. Okay, so we've got Scorpio. This could also be for people in your life as well, so don't discount that as well. Cancer. So Scorpio, Cancer and Gemini, so some water and air. Okay, let's look at this then. I'm going to pull a love card too. That might compound everything quite well. Ooh, chemistry in reverse. Okay. Woo. Playfulness in reverse would give this relationship a chance. Okay, so we've got a little bit of like, oh, what's going on here? So chemistry in reverse with playfulness in reverse gives a relationship a chance. Okay, so yeah, this makes a lot of sense with Ace of Cups in reverse as well. Some of you have a relationship that maybe has died out a little bit, or it's a situationship that not necessarily hasn't got off the ground, but the flame has sort of tickled out. Perhaps you're in a long distance relationship, or the other person has a third party, there was someone else, or there's just something that's blocking this connection a little bit. I'll have a look at this properly and then we can kind of decide on what's going on. So Ace of Cups in reverse. This is like something that the growth has been stunted a little bit, and you are kind of stuck trying to find how to solve the problem, okay? Especially with 10 of Wands, which is like this. It's weird, right? Because on one hand, it's like this is the beginning and this is an ending. So it's kind of like, oh, what's going on here? And again, I think that's maybe reflects the relationship between you two, that one person really wants it to keep going, maybe you guys, and the other person is kind of naturally come to that end where they're like, I'm not sure I can fight for this and I'm not sure if I want to. And to be honest, the passion has died out, or there's something that's blocking it a little bit, okay? And we say that because of these cards, chemistry and playfulness in reverse, okay? So obviously chemistry is this strong magnetic attraction that for some reason is being blocked. And then we've also got playfulness. So things have become a little bit too serious, a bit too quickly. The romance and that kind of inner fun that you have when you're like just started dating, you start liking somebody, you get a crush, you become very playful, don't you? It's like, oh my God, everything seems so sweet and lovely. And it's all become a little bit too serious and a bit too deep. And it's a bit like, I don't know why. I'm not sure why it's gotten to that point. And then we've got Hermit in reverse as well. So it's like both of you or one of you has sort of like, I do really see this as like the other person hasn't really understood the gravity of the situation like you have. They don't really look at themselves much. They don't really actually sit down and think, maybe I was the reason that this happened, or actually it takes two to tango and my contribution to this relationship also hasn't been great, So I think there's a little element of like trying to find how to solve this problem, but we're not looking inward. Okay, so these two, it's like you cannot solve a problem with the same thinking that got you into the problem. You have to do things a little bit differently, because if you don't, it's going to be insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, and that's the kind of energy that I get from these two cards, and that makes everything seem quite serious. And this could be an element where things start to get a little bit not nasty, but we're not being as sympathetic and as kind and as loving and compassionate as we could be. Queen of Cups in reverse. It's kind of like, well, this can get a bit bitter. And I keep hearing in my head, when the summer turns to winter, is your love going to still be there? Through the hard times, are you still going to lead with love and be kind with each other and try to see what is happening here, especially with that playfulness as well? It's like, maybe not acrimonious, maybe things have not been as nice, maybe it was not necessarily bitter, but like, it's a bit toxicity there, a bit of imbalance might be a better word to say. And so it's like, okay, a lot of this past energy is quite dark and damp and a bit nasty, but we do have some kind of like good news coming that way with some of these cards. Just want to add as well, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This has many meanings, and especially applied to this kind of reading, which I'm trying to channel. And I just really see this as that there's a bit of lying going on. Again, this links as well to, I think, the Hermit in reverse, and that it's like not being honest with yourselves about what's really going on, not being forthright with your feelings, and again, just takes two to tango, and something in there is just not working out. And then we've got Knave of Swords with Knight of Cups, and then give your relationship a chance. So apologies, guys, if you were wanting something to do with it more like work or study related. Again, each week we'll have a different sort of focus. Every week, we do sort of have more energies in one area than another. So, if it's not for you this week, just come back next week and we'll have something else to talk about. So Knave of Swords and Knight of Cups, to me, have similar meanings, but also not at the same time, okay? Air and water together, it's like logic and emotion clashing, There's a bit of a clash there. But having said that, they both kind of have the same meaning of moving forward with something. So somebody coming to give you a proposal, perhaps the other person coming to contact you and saying, I've had a little think now because I didn't in the past and I want to actually work on this. This person's coming to give you a communication, any communication program with for English. They're coming to give you some communication that says, I want to work on this. I was wrong, Oh my God, words are not coming out. Knave of Swords is very active, so it's like I'm going to move quite, I really want to move here. It's like a very sort of penetrating kind of card, so of course there's sexual undertones there, but I'm not going to go into that because, we're family friendly here. But, it's the idea of breaking into somebody. So it's almost like I see that you guys can sort of manifest this communication back as well, because what is manifestation if not penetrating the mind, of transmission of thought? So it's like active and moving forward, and this can be you guys as well. You don't have to sit idle and wait for somebody else. You can also move forward if you feel that's going to help you as well. So there we go, we've got some activity going there. And then Knight of Cups is finally that gorgeous card of offering a proposal, an opportunity, sort of just really wanting to give you that movement. From their own heart, they want to. They're not being forced, they want to give you this kind of energy. So these two together, and then the message of working on your partnership, you guys can really work on this. And I think this person is going to stop moving forward towards you. And again, this can also be, it takes two to tango, I'm going to keep saying that. And you working on it and you moving on, and they can give you contact that way. And also I think in the meantime, working on yourself as well. Like I always say this for Virgo, and people go, well, why? But clean. Because it helps you guys. I know. I just know. I have Virgo friends and they're like, oh, when I'm just stressed, I clean. And I think that in particular, it kind of works as well with that kind of Hermit in reverse, where it's like sometimes when you cannot work on yourself, you work on other things as well as a way to try to cope and to displace your emotions. So cleaning sometimes works. So overall, guys, I hope that reading helped you. I think in the past you've had some kind of situationship or relationship where something wasn't necessarily as acrimonious as it could have been. There was a little bit of disharmony there, but the tide is turning and they want to give you contact now. They want to work on the partnership like you do as well. But you have to kind of focus on those positive thoughts. And also, with this Ten of Wands in reverse, decipher if that's actually what you want as well. It's totally perfectly natural to say, I can't really forgive them for what they did, or I can't forgive myself for the way that I've handled this situation. And that is okay too. You have to do what is best for you. And as well, try to reverse that Queen of Cups and always be kind to yourself and those around you. So guys, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it helped. Please come back for the reading next week, and I hope you have an amazing week regardless. And yeah, take care. Bye guys.